Hey guys, it's Brooks. So, this video is going to be about literally all things gymnastics. So, if you don't like gymnastics or anything, you can just go away. But if you do, or if you just want to learn more about it, then stay on this video. There's going to be a few different things going on in this video. So, let me just give you a quick little overview. So, I'm going to do a little question and answer with Google's questions. I'm going to show what I think is best to wear to gymnastics. I'm going to show what's in my gymnastics bag. And I'm also going to do my favorite hairstyles and stuff like that. So it should be just filled with gymnastic stuff and a few tips that I have personally to not get much rips and stuff like that. So I think we're going to begin with the questions. I just looked up commonly asked gymnastics questions. So we're going to start with this one because I feel like a lot of people should know. I want to ask this. How old do I have to be to start gymnastics? So I feel like it really doesn't matter. I started getting on the team at age 11, and I thought that was young. Old. Old. It really just depends if you're doing it just to do it, or doing it for the fun, or doing it to competition, or hopefully getting to Olympics. I feel like it's best if you start early because, you just already have the muscle memory, and by age, 8 or something, you already have the muscle memory for round effect handsprings, round effect tucks, stuff like that. So I feel like it gets easier when you start younger, but you can really start whenever. I guess it would just be old if you started gymnastics whenever you were just I don't know. I would say probably older than 15, depending on how athletic you are. So, what do I have to wear to gymnastics classes? So, I always wear a leotard with Nike Bros because that's also one of them when I wear gymnastics. It's just usually gyms will require you to wear a leotard. I feel like that's standard for most. Or I guess you could also wear a tighter fitting t-shirt. It's better to wear a leotard or a tighter shirt. Just because you don't want to have to always tucking your shirt and worry about it falling down. And some gyms I guess you could wear a longer bra or something. It just is how it goes with your gym. How do I become a better gymnast? So yeah, practicing. This is what this says too. Really just practicing. You can't there's no special. You can't just drink a drink or I don't know. Really just have to practice because you start building the muscle memory and you start getting more flexible, and then it really just kind of clicks. What skills do I need to move to the next gymnastics level? It depends on what level you're at. You usually I'm on silver right now, so usually from bronze to silver, the really difference is round effect handspring or round off backward rebound backward roll instead of round off. Usually front handspring or front tuck instead of just another round off or forward roll. Sometimes it can also depend if you already have a higher skill level, but you're still on a lower level. It can also how you do the skills. If you're just not the best at something, or you have a bunch of things, but you also don't have some things. It just really depends. Where can I buy gymnastics grips? So you can get them from Amazon if you want to, but usually when it's time for you to have to get grips, they gave us a little pamphlet thingy, and I went on, I forgot what website, but I got the 10-0 grips. Personally, they're the best for me because, everyone on our team is required to have them, I believe, the type. I guess you can have other brands, but 10-0 just is what usually you get started with. How are awards determined at gymnastics meets? So, it depends on the meet you're at. Usually meets will go and give you awards from places 1 through 4th or 1 through 6th. You never know. Maybe 1 through 3rd. You never know. But these usually bronze, silver, gold, silver, bronze. And then there's this different type of medal. It's a kind of pinkish. I don't know what it's called. But it's just a different type of medal. And it's kind of if you get less than 3rd. And yeah, so they'll give by age group, and they'll give you usually will get around 3 to 2 to 4 medals. So like you can, if you place, let's say you get like a 9.2 on beam and like a 9.3 on bars and stuff, you could get number 1, 2, and you get like multiple medals. So the most you can get is 5, because you can get 1 for every event, and you can get 1 for personal best, or well, like overall best. That is it for the questions. I'm gonna move on to what is in my gymnastics bag. So this is my gymnastics bag. It is a Nike bag. I got it, I'm gonna say Academy, I'm not sure. And I always like drawstring bags best because they fit in our lockers and they're just easy to carry usually. So usually I have my water bottle in here, but I don't currently because I just got back from practice and I took it out already. This zipper pocket I put my phone in, sometimes a little money if I need. Yeah, and then inside I always have a snack because we have little snack breaks in between, and it's always good to have snacks for energy. Then I always have hand sanitizer because you have to keep your hands clean, and yeah, like after you're on beam or floor or something, there's stuff on the floor and it's just not great. Deodorant, that is a must-have because conditioning sometimes just Then I have perfume. I use this all the time. It's like, I've had this for like 2 years now, and it's really strong. It kind of overpowers any other like bad scent. And then I have this mini little hairbrush, and this is great because I have to change at gymnastics from school, so usually my hair will be like a mess after school. So I always need a little hairbrush. You can also bring a big hairbrush or something. And yeah, that is it for this. You should probably have like scrunchies and hair ties in there just in case. But our gym has like a bunch of hair ties, like a big like thing of them. So I don't usually need hair ties because I almost always have my hair up. So yeah. So now I'm going to talk about what I personally think is best to wear to practice. So hang on a second, I can get you up here. I literally always wear Nike Pros. You can literally wear any brand. I just like the Nike Pros best because they stay up on me, and yeah. So I just got these ones. You can get them like really honestly anywhere, and I do not wear this jacket at practice. I was just wearing this over a leotard because you don't. When like, it really depends on like what your gym allows. But our gym, we have to have a leotard. We don't have to have shorts. It's personal preference. But I'll show you my leotard collection. I just like washed like all of these, so, and short collection, I guess. I just washed all of them, so that is nice currently. So I have this one, which is like 7 out of 10 for me. It's pretty, but it's just not my favorite. It like is a little lighter material, so it's not the best. Like sometimes you can see sweat and stuff in it. Oh, this pink one I love. It is one of my OGs. This one and this blue one, which I'll show next, are my OGs, and I love them so much. I had them last year. That's like all I wore. These ones, 10 out of 10. I also, my leotards are all GK brand. I don't know what they stand for, but GK stands for, but they are my favorite brand. They have the best material. They're really stretchy. They stay on. They're just perfect. Like, I've worn them for years. This is my other OG one, 10 out of 10. And this is black on this. This is one of my first leotards. It is definitely my favorite. One of my favorites. And then this one I got off Amazon, and it wasn't a brand. Also, you can get GK ones on Amazon, and that's what I always have. This one I really don't like. It's this like purple one. It doesn't really fit me that much anymore. I had it when I was in Advanced Girls, and it's just not comfortable. Like, it has like 2 different layers, and it's just not comfortable for me. And I had to wear it, the last time I wore it was our Halloween party because I was a witch. And I had like a purple hat that matched really perfectly with that. So I kind of had to wear it. And my last, but definitely not least, leotard is this one, which is currently my newest actually. And it's so pretty. And it's by GK again. And it has these little details. I got this one off Amazon, and it's shiny in the front and then a different kind of color at the back. I love this one. It's so pretty and like sparkly and shiny. And you would think it's like a bad material, but it's like stretchy. So those are my favorites. Now let's move on to shorts. So I have 3 pairs, but this pair I got a few weeks ago, and didn't have a size tag on them, and they looked fine because they were folded like this. So I got them, but they're on one of those things that you can't try them on. So I went for it and I got it, and I realized they're size extra large, so I can't wear them yet. They're way too big on the waist and stuff. The only time I've ever worn them was on Halloween because I was Stitch and I had this more tighter waistband skirt, and I wanted to wear some type of shorts under it, and I decided to go with these ones because I could. What I did is I got this waistband and put it right under that waistband, so the other waistband held up these ones, and you can't really see them under, but so when I'm older I can maybe wear these. And then these ones I love so much. These are my OGs. I've had them for years. They're the really older Nike Pros. Yeah, they're they have the different waistband and stuff, and these are just the OG ones. I love them so much. The ones I'm wearing right now, I literally got yesterday. I like them a lot. They're cute. They have a little gray and white. I'm gonna get another pair of black because they just, something different, I guess, and it matches with my leotards too. So yeah, that is my leotard collection, and that's not counting my competition leotard. Speaking about competition, let's talk about that next because I feel like that topic is very interesting for some people, because if you are going into gymnastics and you are going onto the team for the first time, or you are about to have your first meet, personally, this is going to be my second competition season, and it's in 4 weeks. Our first is on December 18th, which I'm really excited about. So, yeah, let's just talk about competition. So, run through. You have your team. Usually, they'll have different levels go on different days. It's always over the weekend, almost always. And you usually go with a smaller group of girls. It depends on how big your team is for that level. So usually they'll kind of split you up, determined by age and stuff. And then you go, and it's not like practice because you only have one time going, and you have a floor routine, a beam routine, a bar routine, and then a vault, 2 vaults if you're silver or above. And I don't know how to explain it. So that you have judges there, and they judge you, and you start at 10, and they're going to give you deductions depending on what you do. So let's say I'm doing a round of a handspring, and my legs are bent. Then that's going to be 0.2 off because both my legs are bent. So it's going to go from a 10 to a 9.8, and then from so on and so forth. The stuff really tallies up because you're probably thinking 0.2, that's not a lot. But then also you have your turns and your jumps and your leaps and all this stuff, and it really just starts to add up. So you have to be really careful at meets and just really be trying your best. Judges will usually start by doing this, that, or they'll have a little flag they'll put up to you, and sometimes it'll take a while. You'll have to just kind of wait there, smile at them, look happy. You just want to have fun, Don't really worry too much about the scores. It's really just for the fun. So the judge will give you a signal, and then you're going to salute to them, and you're going to start your routine. And then when you're done with your routine, you're going to salute again. You can't wear, it depends on what thing you are in again, but usually you cannot wear shorts to competition. I hate that. You'll have usually team jacket, team leggings, and then your competition Leo. I really wish we could have shorts or something. I just don't like not having shorts with it. I don't know. That's personally me. But yeah, that's how competitions are. And of course your coaches will be there. It's really fun. Now let's talk about rips and grips because, I feel like that's a very a problem and stuff. So let's start with grips. So usually whenever it's the summer after competition season, you'll start to get grips. Or, they'll give you a pamphlet, whatever. So you're going to get grips, and you usually have to sand them. You get sandpaper, and there's little holes in the grips where your fingers go, and you have to sand them to fit your finger. And make sure when you first sand them that they're not too big or too small. Because if they're too big, then you're going to start to break them in, and then they're going to keep sliding off your finger. And it's not going to be good when you're going on bars. And it's not going to be comfortable, and you're going to have to get a whole another thing of grips. If they're a little too tight, they could have your circulation there. It's just not good. So just make sure it's a little bit hard to put them on, but like, you know, not like you're struggling too hard. Yeah. Grips, I hated them when I first got them, to be honest. I absolutely hated them. Like, I wanted to just not have them. But eventually, it took me about 2 months to get used to grips. And at first, you might not be able to do something, or you might be too scared to do something. But trust me, you're going to get used to them. You do have to chalk them up differently. You can use chalk dust still, but you might want to chalk block. And I usually spray water on my grips and then put chalk dust on them and then do a chalk block, because the chalk block puts in the chalk and then also puts like chalk on it, so it like helps you on bar through your whole routine. So that's what I do for grips personally. But now for rips, I used to get a bunch of rips until I got grips, because I would go on the high bar but I didn't have grips, you know, so I get these giant rips on my hands. I feel like I've showed them in other videos too, but currently, I don't have any rips, knock on wood, but I do have calluses. So calluses can turn to rips. This is why you have to maintain them well. So there's kind of this like part of skin sometimes it comes off. It's not a complete rip, I guess I could say, but it's like a tiny rip. It's not going to hurt. It's not going to anything. It's just kind of dead skin there. So when you get a rip, or if you've had this kind of little skin off your callus, you're going to want to get either tiny scissors, or you're going to want to get nail clippers. I love nail clippers to use this, because they're just small, easy, and like, you know, you can just do it. So you're going to cut off the dead skin, because if you don't, that can start infection, and you don't want to get an infection if you have a rip. That's just not fun. It's gross. It's just, no. You just want to get rid of the dead skin. It looks like it might hurt, but trust me, it won't. You're going to be all good. Yeah. And if you have a little callus, just cut off the little dead skin. I mean, it's literally not going to hurt at all. Also, a few tips with Brooks. First of all, I would recommend wearing shoes that are easy to put on, and you don't need socks to put on, because after practice, you are not going to want to have to put it's just hard to put on socks, because either your feet are sweaty or your feet are chalky. You never know. It's just not easy to put on socks, and you don't have to deal with that. I usually wear Crocs or like sandals or something like that, because it's just so much easier. I mean, if you have to wear sneakers, do that, but yeah. Also, usually wear a shirt or a jacket, what I'm wearing now. Excuse me. I wear that over my leotard to there and out, because, you know, sometimes you go out to restaurants after, or maybe the store, you know, something like that. You're going to want to be prepared. My last tip is if you're on a team, always practice your routines. If you're at home, you can download the music for your floor routine and work on it there. Just work on like the little details of it, and trust me, it'll go a long way. And just try to remember it if it's on beam or something, and you know, you'll kind of get into your own rhythm of it, and it'll be a lot better. So yeah, I hope if you're a gymnast or if you're a future gymnast that you enjoyed that video. Yeah, have a good day.